Well, we have to start with joy. The three biggest things that have gotten me through recently is what Carlos has been saying. Occupy is about joy, jobs, and justice. That we need to remember that Occupy needs to have a joy element, and we need to remember it's about jobs and justice. So you were saying something about how you were dealing with your depression and how Occupy woke you up.
Oh yeah, I came back to New York last spring, and I was just watching stupid reality shows and being depressed because I couldn't find a job. And I came down to Occupy, and actually when I was here every day, it really took me out of my depression for a while because I was accomplishing something. But the problem is I learned so much about what's going on in the world, then it kind of makes you depressed again because there are so many problems and they're so deeply rooted that I don't know if we're going to be able to fix it. I mean, we can start.
You were saying something about watching really depressing documentaries like the Monsanto one. Can you touch on that? Because I personally avoid that myself too because of just the negativity.
Well, but if you don't know what's going on, then you can't fix it. So the day you stop learning is the day you die. So I like to watch the documentaries about what's going on in the world and what's wrong with the world because then we can figure out how to fix it. You're not going to fix it in my lifetime. Maybe by the time my grandkids need it, it might be able to get fixed. But the Monsanto thing started way back in the 60s and 70s. I had no idea that they've been genetically engineering plants for this long. I thought this was something new. So I learned a lot from it's called The World According to Monsanto.
Fuck Monsanto!
Definitely F Monsanto. But then there's another movie, The Future of Food. You can watch it on Hulu for free. Every documentary I watch online for free. Of course, there's Inside Job, the one Captain Ray Lewis likes to talk about. There's another one that's really interesting I had never heard of before, but I saw it on Hulu, and that's An Inconvenient Tax. Not An Inconvenient Truth, not the Al Gore movie, but An Inconvenient Tax. And it talks about how taxes are really messed up and how that would be so easily fixed with a flat tax. The tax laws are in a book this thick and nobody knows all of them. And it's very complicated. And they talk about how Iceland completely ruined their whole economy in a very short time. We've been working on it for a while here in the United States. But they did it like bim bam, boom, it was over. An Inconvenient Tax, an Inside Job, The Future of Food, and The World According to Monsanto. All really informative, but look out, you're going to get depressed.
So one last question. What did you do today to occupy, to take action? Because that seems to be the secret of happy occupiers.
It really is. The more I come down here and do things, the better I feel. Today I went to Trinity Church church service at 11:15 and listened to them preach. They knew a lot of people were coming because people thought Reverend Cooper or Mr. Cooper was going to be there.
Who's Reverend Cooper for people not knowing?
He's the deacon that's in charge of the church. He's the most high up of all the... There was actually 5 different preachers there today of different varying ranks that talked at different times during the sermon, but Reverend Cooper was not there. They thought he was going to be there, and the front 2 rows were lined with occupiers holding up a picture of Mark Adams, who's been incarcerated at Rikers for going to be a total of 45 days for basically trespassing on an empty lot owned by the church, which is not really a church, it's more of a corporation. The corporation owns the lot. I went to church today. Actually, it was really interesting. A lot of the hymns that they sang seemed to be directed kind of toward Occupy. The sermon, they touched on stop and frisk and said what a bad thing it is. So I think they kind of tailored the whole service toward occupiers because they knew we were going to be there. But I think the highlight for the service was when I put Mark's picture in the collection plate.
Nice.
I don't have any money, so I had to give them something.
Nice.
So I gave them a picture of Mark.
Thank you, Marsha.